Cooking video number 2, baby. Here we go. Today, with the help of Cash, where's Cash? Cash! Cash! When you cooking? You want to make a bad YouTube video? You want to make a bad YouTube video? You want to make garbage content? Cash! We got 80 subs. We gotta make more content. Today we're gonna be cooking salsa. Again, not cooking. So what you're gonna need is an I already forgot something. What you need for salsa? Shut up. What you need for salsa? You need tomato. I only have 2. Normally I'd use more, but whatever. Purple onion. I mean, white onion works fine too, but this is what we've got. Some jalapenos, canned or fresh, whatever you want. Lime. That's a really looking lime. Some spices. I like to use poco picante. It's a very nice spice blend from Epicure. Salt and pepper. That's gonna fall. It's gonna be really loud. Some cilantro and some garlic, and cutting board and a knife, and I guess something to get the garlic with. And there we go. So now let's get started with our salsa. Okay, so the first step here is take your washed tomatoes and get going. Oh, I forgot to mention, no, I already said what you need. Never mind. Okay, let's get going. So I'm just gonna chop these guys up really quick. And also, already in our bowl, we have some pre-existing salsa. So I hope you guys are big fans of post-narration and sped up clips, because that's basically what the rest of this video is. But pretty much the first thing we're doing here is we're just chopping up our tomato into decent sized chunks. I'm pretty chunky when it comes to my tomatoes. I like a lot of juice in there. I like a decent amount of tomato chunk when you dip your chip in there, but go with whatever size you want. Also, obviously you don't have to use this many tomatoes, but this is typically the ratio I use, like comparatively to all the other ingredients. Plus, this is for a family of 3 plus, that usually make this when guests are coming over. So this is just the amount I like to make. And now we just add it all to our bowl. Once it's all chopped up, you had a ton of juice there. You can see all the juice we lost from cutting it. So you can imagine how much you'd actually lose from cutting them into even smaller pieces. So that's why I tend to do it pretty big. Next up, we got our cilantro now. Not everyone likes cilantro, and I understand that. So if you've got that genetic whatever thing that makes it taste soapy, then you don't got to use it in your salsa. It'll still taste just as good, but it adds a nice bit of color, and I think it adds a bit of flavor. Plus, it's probably pretty good for you. So, chuck in your cilantro if you want it. And we're just going to give this a nice stir, and already that looks great, doesn't it? Wow, I am sure I'm the best chef in the world. Move over, Gordon Ramsay. Here comes Spiritual Fish with Cooking with Cash. Next up, we got a purple onion. Just going to give that a little slice and remove the skin. Is that what you call it? The skin? Yeah, that's what it's called. I almost said the paper. The paper of the onion. It is really late at night when I'm recording this, but that's just kind of how we like to do things on this channel. Now, I'm not actually going to use all this onion. I'm just going to punch out a little bit in the middle, and I'm just going to dice that up pretty nice. This is about the amount of onion I like to use relative to the tomato count, but you can always use more. And I tend to use purple onion because it's my favorite flavor of onion. It's not too intense like white onion, but it's not too mild like green. Plus, look at that color. It's just red, purple, and green. It looks really appetizing. Come on, tell me that doesn't look good. But yeah, we're just gonna stir that up. We're gonna definitely chuck some salsa over the side. That is a requirement. And we're gonna put that back in like nothing ever happened. Now, I think I just removed a hair there, and that is a good tip to all you chefs out there, is to always wear a hairnet. But the next thing we're going to do is add in our little spice blend here. Now, this is called poco picante, as I mentioned, and this is kind of the secret. But before we do that, of course, we got to give it a little bit of a stirring. And I think we're going to do a taste. Look at that. Doesn't that just look so good? But whatever. Oh yeah, we're going to add our lime juice first. Sorry. So you have just squeeze in your lime juice. Add a bit of sourness to that. Just adds a bit of acidity that you don't have otherwise. And I think that's really makes it just, taste pretty good. And here we go with poco picante. Now I'll put the ingredients of this spice blend on screen right now. Of course, it's not very specific. Like some of the ingredients literally just say spices, but you could probably pretty easily recreate this yourself with like some onion powder and I don't know, maybe some just like chili flakes and stuff. But I don't know, I tend to do it this way just because this Epicure stuff creates a really nice flavor. And no, I'm not sponsored by Epicure, although I wish I was. But no, we're just shouting out what's good because I don't know, just being a generally good person here. And then we're going to taste test with a little cracker here, and I'll tell you, I don't say it here because this is post-commentary, but it does need salt, and that's what we add next. Now those jalapenos, you can see them in the back, they actually went bad in January. Now I said at the start in the caption this was an old video. Yeah, it's not that old, so I didn't end up using them. I put the pepper away here too. I don't know why, but pepper and salsa seems weird to me, so I don't use it. But here we are adding our salt. It's just some standard, I think it's Himalayan pink salt because, you know, we're fancy like that, but it doesn't matter what kind of salt you use. Now, I always recommend tasting when you make something like this because that'll kind of determine how much spice blend and how much salt you want to use. I've made this like 100 times and I still can't eyeball it. I always got to do a bit of a taste test. And it depends on the chips too, because sometimes you get taco chips that are really salty and sometimes you have unsalted ones, so it kind of depends. But last thing we're doing here is just peeling this garlic. Now you can mince the garlic, but if you're lazy like me, you'll just stick it in your little handy dandy garlic press because it's more fun that way and it goes, watch. Very satisfying indeed. And just chop that off with a knife, give it a nice big old stir, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Now, yeah, that's another cooking video done. This is one of my favorite things to make, along with my sandwiches, so doesn't that just look good? So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and we'll fade to cash to give you guys a little bit of a cuteness overload at the end of this video. And if you did like this video, then hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, and most importantly, tell me what you want me to make next. I'll probably do burgers next, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, yeah, stay cool, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.